Good morning, Samantha. So, but really needing a lot of help today, guys. I'm gonna try to stay as calm as I can today. To be honest with everybody, I can feel my blood pressure acting stupid. Hoping the clonidine puts it at a better spot. Um, I tell you, I'm absolutely tired of. I'm just tired of everything. Hey, Tennessee girl. I know many of you can agree with me on this. It would be nice to wake up one morning and not have to deal with anything, any kind of stress, any kind of problems. It would be nice just to wake up one day and enjoy life instead of surviving life. I know a lot of you guys can clearly clearly relate to that. Thank you, Paulette, for sending more roses. I appreciate that. I feel like there's so many of us out there. It's just we wake up and we're not living. We're just surviving, and some of us ain't even surviving. We're just sinking every day more and more and more and more. You know, it's like depression starts kicking in. It's like I don't know. Like I said, I know there's a lot of us out there who feel that same way. It's like you wake up in the morning and before your head's off of the pillow, you're you're stressed. Hey, Jamie, thank you for that. I'll have to tell her you said that. Yeah, today doesn't help my mood any at all either. You know, it's just hey, kid, and I know a lot of you out there can understand this too. When you lose a parent, um, those days don't you don't look forward to them. Jamie said, "Happy Fur Baby Mom Day to you." Thank you. And Kit said, "Happy Mom's Day to Juju's mama." Thank you. Hey, Steelers girl. There's 3 days that I absolutely like despise throughout the year. I hate the whole month of October. I absolutely hate the whole month of October. Um, you know, I'm trying to talk and not lose it. Uh, yeah, maybe I should just try to talk about something else and get off that subject altogether. Give me a cup of coffee out of my trusted Batman cup. So I hope everybody's having a good day. It's absolutely it's a little warm, but it's a pretty day outside. Steelers girl, not too good. I mean, neither one of us is doing all that great right now. We're both stressed about the room. Um, my blood pressure is just all over the place right now, and it's a little warm here. It hasn't got hot here yet. I don't consider it hot till it's up in the 90s and stuff. If we're still in the 80s and we start pushing the 90s, that's when I'm like, all right, we're getting hot. Um, so it's and who knows with Tennessee, it's liable to be 30 degrees by the end of the night. Hey Luke, it's going, man. It's going. My my granddaddy used to always say, if you don't like the Tennessee weather, wait 5 minutes at a change. And I've said that to people who's just moved to Tennessee and stuff. And because we had a girl at NSK who just moved from somewhere out west. I don't know. I can't remember exactly where. But she comes in and uh, she comes in with a jacket on. It was early April, so it was when we had them cold mornings, and then by the afternoon it's 80 degrees. So she came in with a jacket on and a hoodie, and we're just like, it's only like 30 degrees. She's like, I'm not used to cold weather. Takes off her jacket, her hoodies, got on her uniform shirt, and up underneath it, she has on the like the flannel, not flannel, but what are they? Thermal, like the thermal underwear top. And we got in there working and everything, and about an hour into the shift, the sleeves then got pushed up. And first break, she goes into the bathroom. She comes back out, and she's like, "I'm a little bit better." And he's like, "What happened?" And she's like, "Well, I had on the thermal underwear too, the long johns." And she said, "I went ahead and took them off." And then by lunch, she goes out to her car and she's sitting in her car and she takes off her uniform shirt, takes off her thermal shirt, and puts her uniform shirt back on. She was just like, "This is crazy." She said, "Only I can't change is my socks." And she said, "My feet are sweating so bad." She said, "I got prepared for winter this morning." And I was like, "Well, in the morning, just know that it's probably going to be about 50 degrees, maybe 45 when we get up and come to work. But by afternoon, it's going to be sunny and about 80 degrees." So, and I told her that when she first started, about the weather, and she was just kind of like, it can't be that bad. Yeah, guess what? It's that bad. Yeah. Now, working outside, I used to work with a guy at the city many, many years ago. And I'm talking about like almost fresh out of high school job. Um, and he, during the summertime, always long sleeve shirts. And I never understood that until he told me, he said, "Look," he said, "Man," he said, "You work with me today." And I was assigned to work with him. And he goes, put this shirt on. And it was one of his work shirts that was long sleeve. I was like, "Man, I'm gonna burn up out there in that sun today. We gotta go out there and cut grass directly in the sun." And he's like, "Trust me." Put that on. We got out there, and I had my wet rag around my neck, had that shirt on, and I actually stayed cooler. Like it made no sense to me. But then he was just like, "You know why you stayed cooler is because it kept the heat, kept the sun off your skin." He said, "Then your shirt started getting a little wet, and then every time the wind would blow, it'd make you a little bit cooler." But yeah, I can't be in no factory with 90 degrees in a factory and have a hoodie and stuff on. Some people are like that though. Some people don't. You know, they have to stay wrapped up. You would you would see them coming out of Jimmy Dean's sausage, and you would just think, "Oh, well, it's just a cold factory," because they'd be in like their hoodies and stuff. But then you see them like an hour or two after work, and they still got their hoodies and stuff on. That's how I am. I'm a shorts and t-shirt type of guy. It has to be pretty cold for me to want to put on pants. But now the older I get, the more it's kind of changing. Hang on one second, guys. We'll mute y'all for 1 second. All right, I just want to give a quick reminder to my mods. I don't know how many. I think I just got one here right now. Um, if Green Wave comes in, she's all right. I know them. Just want to throw that reminder. I meant to text it to everybody and forgot. So You don't haven't noticed I'm doing a lot better about ignoring the trolls. We're going to keep pushing for that, guys. We're going to keep pushing for the patience to ignore the stupid comments and stupid names that come in. Um, and I'm going to say something here that's going to blow everybody's mind. Last night, um, when we got off the live, and last night we didn't ask for anything but roses and likes. If you can send a rose, that was fine. If you can double tap, that's fine. Today we're needing help, desperately needing a lot of help. So if anybody can help with anything going towards the room, guys, anything at all, um, we need the help. So, but anyway, I get off here last night. We had the issue with someone who's been coming in our live and talking to us, interacting, asking wrestling questions. I actually enjoyed his conversation. It was brought to my attention last night that he was in another live talking bad about us. So I simply just blocked that person. And then in the means of blocking that person, they decided to go to Reddit and they went to Reddit and tried to dox me. And I don't know if you don't know what doxing is. That's giving out information to where somebody's at. Luckily, the information they gave out was wrong, not even close to where I was at. But now this is where I'm this type of person. I'll give credit where credit is due. And I'll say this beforehand. I don't like Just Stop already. She doesn't like me. We're both very understanding about that. But I messaged her last night. I said, on the Reddit pages you're running, someone's trying to dox me with a lot of information. Phone numbers, email addresses, places we did live, places they think we live. And I will give her credit on this end where she went and promptly deleted the post and told the group no doxing. So I will give her that much credit that she did a good job about taking care of the doxing problem. So there's your props to that. Just Stop. She didn't have. We talked for a few minutes in chat, but the thing is, we both have such disdain for each other that there's not a conversation between us. We just end up arguing, and so. And that shows that I'm the bigger person. I don't know if y'all seen that, but I feel like that shows that I'm the bigger person. I just give props and a thank you publicly to someone that I don't like for doing the right thing. And then their comment back to me is, F off, don't need your things.
Oh, wow. That should tell everybody right there.
You think you would, but Steelers girl, we did not meet the Rose goal last night. We did the best we've done with them, though. We did 1,153 roses, so we did quite a few roses last night. Still falling short of the 25K. Don't know if we'll ever get to the 25K. It's just fun to try. So, but if anybody is willing to help us with anything at all going towards the room, guys, it is Deborah. It really is. Well, the record was 24 24,000 and some change. And I was like, I'm just gonna put 25K up there and just see what happens. And if it gets hit, it'd be awesome. If it doesn't, it's fun trying though. I will say that much. It's fun trying, and it's the cheapest gift you can send. So I figure, you know, you got people on here who are like, "Hey, I want 50 galaxies in this life," and I seen one girl last night, and I'm not saying anything bad about her. Hey, get your money, girl. You know, you figured out a way. Um, you figured out a way to make money. Um, she'll write your name on her dry erase board for a galaxy. But when she turns around and does it, she got on little bitty shorts that are up her butt crack. Not saying anything bad about her at all. She's figured out a way to sit there and make money off of people who are thirsty. You know, kudos to her. If I was a cute little blonde with a nice butt, I'd do it too. Unfortunately, I'm a brunette and I don't look good in booty shorts. Nay, right now I have $20 to my name, and it's a long ways to it. But Deborah, thank you for the roses that you just sent. Though I'm sorry I didn't thank you for that. We need 320 more to keep the room for another week. So if anybody can help with anything towards that, guys. Oh yeah, Donna, it's insane. Um, you go on TikTok after 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, and it's wild. Um, and I don't fault any of them. And it's guys and girls doing it. They've figured out a niche to make money. You know, it's just hey, congratulations to them. But it's crazy. Well, Heavenly Lover too. I have no idea who you are. Yeah, Donna, I've seen them get some big gifts on here too. Like, hey, Christina, I seen that comment. That's the first and only comment I've seen of you. Hmm? Well, Heavenly Lover, you would have to say who you are. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, Donna, I've seen that on there a lot. Like some of them get the gifts, and some of them are just like, you know, um, they get it sent straight to them. And again, not saying anything bad about them. Wow, a million diamonds in two battles. I tell you, one of them that works at and what's her name? Sophia. Sophie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Sophie's room. whatever it is. Now she's entertaining to watch. I enjoy watching her. Um, and a friend of ours happened to get in a battle with her, and this is what he does for a living. He said he did two battles with her. It was team battles. It was him and another guy against Sophia, and is it Sophia or Sophie?
Sophia.
Y'all know who I'm talking about. Is it Sophia or Sophie? Well, I'm talking right now, and I'll get down to other answers in a second, but I'm not going to just stop and just yes, this is your answer in the middle of me sitting here talking to somebody else. Um, but he did them two battles with them and came away. He told me he said he said man he said I made $1,800 in two battles battling them guys, and he said they had gifters coming over and gifting me because they want to see her lose. And he's like it's crazy. People want to see her lose, so they'll go gift her the people she's battling. He got beat both times, like by a lot. But that girl puts on some shows, and I would love to do that on here. I would. Okay, so Heavenly Lovers. I'm just gonna say that's a troll because they can't say who they are. And if they could say who they was, it'd be a different story. No username found. Let me go back and see questions here. It's not sustainable to ask every week, and we're in a tight this week, you know. But check was having to be used for something different. And believe me, I hate coming on here and asking. I hate dealing with this stuff. I do, and I just want the day to where I don't have to. And that's what I'm pushing forward to. Whether people believe that or not, that's what I'm trying to push forward to. Crap, 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 crap. Y'all hang on 1 minute. It has been. Lexi, yes, I have. I have several times. Are you okay? Y'all need to get together and get a speaker together. Hey, Cher, I have the right to be vague about it because it's something that's personal that's going on. I have that right to be vague about it. Um, the people who are helping, 100%. If you're not helping, you don't have a right to know anything. That's kind of the way I look at it. If you're helping me, you're part of the solution. Hey, Green Wave, Air Force Mom, I will get to you in just 1 second. Don't think I'm ignoring you. You know, but I don't know, Ziggy. I don't know the answer to that. So, and Nay, I don't know the answer to that one either. I can tell you 100% that it is. And not to sound, I don't want to sound like a butthole here because I'm not trying to be one, but Kim, if you haven't helped and you don't like what I'm doing, you don't have to be here. I mean, that's just nobody has to be here. If you don't like that I'm sitting here asking for help, you don't have to be here. If you're striking these opinions and statements just to be saying them, you don't have to be here. You really don't. That's what blows my mind so much is how the time that y'all will watch me. You know, I'm trying not to sound like I appreciate every bit of help I get. I do. We both do. Whether it's double tapping the screen, it's roses, or it's helping with hotel and food. Okay, but it's every time I'm live. Air Force Mom, you asked a question up here. What was it? Why don't I ever show my face for safety reasons? I would love to show my face. Unfortunately, I'd have to take my glasses off so nobody could catch a reflection of where I'm at. And if I took my glasses off, the only thing y'all would see is an extreme close up of my forehead because that's how bad my eyesight is. So we'll mute you guys for 1 second. No, actually, I'm sitting in the chair. Yeah, I mean, last night, Kit, we was just on here talking last night, and it was the same stuff. Wednesday night, it was the same stuff. Hey, Great Balls of Fire. You know, it's the same stuff, and listen, y'all believe whatever y'all want to believe. At this point, I don't care. I don't. I've been as open as I can be about stuff. So it's whatever y'all want to believe. It's up to you guys. I don't. I'm not answering any more questions about that. So it's you're fine, Carrie. Foxy told me he was stepping up for a second. So I'm done answering those questions because everybody I'm answering these questions to, you're nothing but you're not going to help. You're just on here trolling me, and I hate to say that. I hate to get. I'm not getting focused on that today. I'm not getting myself upset with this today with you guys. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to stay as calm as I possibly can. But I'm done answering those questions. If you're going to help, thank you. Air Force Mom, we're needing $320, but I'm asking for any help at all. You know, I know that's a big number. I know that's a big ask, but you know, if anybody can help with anything towards you. So, but if anybody can help with anything towards the room, guys, it'd be appreciated. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna step away for 1 second. Mods, watch the door. I'd appreciate that. No, anyone who comes in here and just beats the same questions over and over and over and over and over, that's trolling. Um, so there's a difference. There's a big difference. So thank you, Kit, for the rose. We're only 24,926 away. That was a running joke last night with the rose counting. Kit, you just keep pushing it, and it should give you the option. You just got to keep. I think somebody else might know more about sending at one time. I think it combos it, but I don't know. There we go. You got it figured out now. How much would you get if you got all those roses? I'm not for sure. Um, Google says anywhere between 100 and 150. Then the math says about the same, but then somebody else said it's like 80 something, and somebody else said it was 90 something. So I'm not 100% sure. Thank you, Kit, for all the roses. Hey, Christina, how are you doing today? Christina says hi. Christina says hi.
Hey.
Let's see, that ran up to 163 roses. It's like 163 roses right now is 55 cents. I know that's crazy. It used to be, it'd be like 70 something cents. Do what, Kit? I got the same Kit here? Kit, I'm confused. Oh, okay. No, I was so confused on what she was talking about. Marie, I need $320 to pay the hotel room. Okay, yeah. So you should still have credits on there. You may have to. No, that's for the whole week. Yeah, so it gave you a 350 roses credit. I got so confused there and all that. Air Force Mom, I do not get any kind of public assistance. Marie, again, that's for the whole week. Hey, Storm, how are you doing? Air Force Mom, we was getting EBT, and that stopped when I started working and reported that. Thank you, Paulette, for some more roses there. Thank you, Marie. Anything's appreciated, but I can tell you right now, if you said that out loud in here, you're about to get attacked by the trolls. Marie, I have all three of them. Like, you tell me just whichever one is easiest for you, and that's the one I can send you. Okay, Marie. Well, I appreciate anything at all. Rose count, we're up to 227 roses. Oddly enough, that was my library number in high school. I remember that from all these years. Guys, if anybody can help with anything at all, it'll be appreciated. I mean, anything. I agree with you, Marie. I just wanted to give you a heads up that they will come at you. I'm not for sure what we did in 2012 to be called a scumbag since then.
Huh?
Just scumbag since 2012. I'm not for sure about.
I don't know. That's baffling.
Nutsy, he was talking. I'm sure she was talking about like EBT, Medicaid, stuff like that. Bumblebee, we're it's in the middle of a horrible day. We are trying hard today, ain't you? It's a very true statement there. I'm trying to, Greg. I'm trying to. Hey, Holly and Ben. Exactly, Paulette. That's what It gets me the most about, they'll put out a video saying that the gifts they get are their money and they'll do what they want to with it. But then they want to try to step in and tell people what to do with their money. They'll sit here and call me a liar, but then lie about things to make me look like a liar. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. What's up, Steve? But guys, if anybody can help with anything going towards the hotel, it would be beyond a blessing at this point. Just because I need help. I need help with the room this week. That's why. I don't know how to put that any other way. So if anybody can help me with anything at all, guys, it'd be appreciated. Anything from double tapping the screen to sending roses to if you can help with anything going towards the room. You're okay, Storm. Storm, you're a regular now. We know. Even with the regulars who come in, it's like you guys leave for a little while and come back. I get it. Y'all, go watch some other videos, go enjoy this, go enjoy that. Hey, Connie. Like I said, we know our regulars and not accusing you of it, Storm, but I'm just saying, like, we have eyes, just as many eyes as they do, watching stuff, and Thank you, Steve-O, or Steve. I always want to call you Steve-O because that's zero after it. Yeah, there we go, Craig. Get them eyes out. So it's like, thank you, Connie, for the heart me. Connie's Steve-O. I see that zero right after your name. That's why I want to go to it every time. Call you Steve-O. Thank you for the Go Poplar. Let's see. I know I talk about the roses and stuff, but it's kind of breaking things up in my mind. 275 roses, so still 24,000. 725 away. Let's see. I took my clonidine right before I got on. I'm fixing to lay my phone in my lap for a second, guys, and check my blood pressure real quick. Been trying to stay on top of that. I don't know why in my mind you can't talk during a blood pressure test. I don't think that affects anything. In my mind, you're not supposed to talk during blood pressure. $151 over 107. I'm still running high on that bottom number. It was 158 over 101 when I started the bottom. Well, Connie, you'll have to rest today. I'm catching up on everything. Y'all was in my lap while I was checking my blood pressure. Trucker GMA. I've never got 25,000 roses. Somebody hit 24,000 in a live, and I was like, well, I'm gonna put that up there for 25,000 and see if we can beat that. Never gotten close to it. Last night was the closest we ever got to it, and that was at 1,100. So, yeah, Steve, my biggest problem is right now is I'm stressed and I'm out of my blood pressure meds. The only thing I got is my clonidine, and I'm not for sure how often or how many of them I can actually take. I try not to take. I'm at the lowest dose that you can take. Um, I'm sure there's some nurses in here that might have some knowledge on that. My blood pressure was 158. Was it 158 over 107 or 159 over 107, something like that? It was up there pretty good, Rich, just then. That's actually running a little bit lower than it has been. The other night I woke up and it was I was past stroke level. It was up there the other night. So okay, Gma. That way you don't sound like you're old, right? That's what Reba said.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Reba, he was I may make them call me Gma because I don't want that doesn't sound old. Remember that? So, and I can tell my blood pressure is putting me. It's whipping my butt right now, guys. Um, Up, down, all around, just whipping my butt. It's awesome, Connie. So it's just I can tell it between the stress and not having my meds. I can tell that I tell them to get my butt handed to me. But we're gonna try to sit here and just relax as much as possible and talk and try not to get upset and get through this crappy day. So, but that's my goal. Yeah, I've had so many people tell me they'll give me a prescription, and I've had them tell me they won't give me a prescription. And then my main deal with my meds is I can't get my doctors to get on the same page. You know, my old doctor, my new doctor, I can't get them working with each other. So, but if anybody can help me with anything at all, guys, it would be appreciated. Without a prescription? See, I was going to the health department in Dyersburg, and they was giving me my meds, so I haven't been getting them from a pharmacy for them to know the history of my meds. Hey, Amy, how are you doing? I understand that completely, Amy. 100, 200%. Guys, I absolutely love this new feature that TikTok has, though. When I'm on live and someone sends me a message, it pops up at the top of the screen and gives me a chance to respond to it. Before I would ever have to use Angela's phone, which she doesn't have TikTok on her phone anymore. Um, and But I can respond to your DMs now from the top. Now let me go back and answer questions. Do I ever consider starting a business here on TikTok? Angela's tried to do the TikTok shop several times and just got nowhere with it. Well, Amy, happy birthday. And you're more than welcome to hang out here with us in this chat. And we'll celebrate your birthday in here. Carolyn, no, we're not doing very good. We're short on the room. And I'm absolutely not feeling good. Yeah, we haven't had anything to eat today yet, so um, that's something else. We're in the, as Granny used to say, the pea juice out of me. We got a few waffles and a few pieces of sausage, and I don't need the sausage. And that's what we have on top of. Carolyn, we was too. So I really don't want to talk about food right now. Oh, that's sweet, Amber. I ain't been in one of those in years. Oh, he's taking you, but you're paying and driving. Well, I think it's good. At least let him swipe the card. I've never been to a Golden Corral, but I always wanted to go to one. I guarantee you right now, you still can't get integrations down there in Dyersburg.
Oh no, I guarantee you can.
Thank you, Reality, for the roses. Appreciate those. Yeah, there's a buffet down in Dyersburg called Grecian Steakhouse, and I guarantee you today there's still a line outside because that's the Mother's Day retreat right there. You know, but you can get in there real easy on Father's Day. Why is it moms get taken out to eat, but dads got a grill? I've never heard of a Farm Boy store, so I'm guessing we don't have one. Thank you, Reality Check, for the roses. How old is he, Amber? Just curious. You ain't got to answer that if you don't want to. 10. Oh, yeah, you definitely got to let him swipe the card. Yeah. And let him hand it all to the. I don't know if. I don't can't remember if Wild Wings, if you pay at the table or if the waiter takes it. But if the waiter takes it, you got to let him hand it to the waiter. Be like, yeah, that way he paid for mom's food. Steelers, it's been that long since I've been to one. You're welcome, Amber. Oh, Green Wave Angela's going to be jelly of that. They're doing their traditional Mother's Day crawfish boil.
Oh,
She loves some crawfish. I don't like them. So, oh, it would be cute too. I would say have them take the receipt straight from the waiter. But if you're like me, you got to see the receipt. You know, Angela has taken me out to eat, and the receipt would come, and we're like, I got to look at it. She'll never look at it. She'll look at what's owed, and here you go. And I'm like making sure everything was up to par. But that's saved us a few times.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do that in the grocery store. I do that everywhere. Let me see this before we leave. Guys, give me 1 second to go check something. Um, Carrie, you in here? It's been quiet and nobody's popped through the door, so ain't nobody had to be blocked. I know it's like a day off for my mods when they don't have to block anybody. Or any mods in here. We've got 299 roses, guys, and we almost got 5,000 likes. Okay, I'm gonna pop out real quick. I need to go check something. I don't like leaving the room, the chat. Well, y'all can tell I'm old because I'm still calling it a room, like the old AOL and Yahoo days. And go check something real quick, and I'll be right back. I know if we leave the door open, bad things crawl in. Carolyn, I'll give that answer when I come back and check. That's when I'm going to check. Somebody sent some help. I'm going to go see what they sent, and I'll come back and give everybody a total of how much we're short after I see what they sent. Okay, guys. Sorry that took a second. Uh, Thank you so much for that. They wanted us to stay anonymous. Um, so they will definitely stay anonymous. So that puts us, after transferring it from one app to another, because I have to have everything in the same card. Um, it puts us needing $222. That was a big help, and we appreciate it a lot.
Very much.
So we are $222 short. And I come in here and y'all talking about how short y'all are. 5'1", 5'8". Connie said to tell you happy fur baby Mother's Day.
Thank you.
I'm 6'4" and Angela's 5'5". And I tell you, my dad's 5'6". He's shrinking though. He said he was 5'5" the last time he went. And then I tell you, the woman that I'm scared of the most in my life, she's about 5'2". The sweetest woman you'll ever meet. But if she ever points at you and her finger's crooked, don't push it any further, Tim. Like that. My aunt,
Mm-hmm.
5'6". See, Carolyn, I'm right opposite. My dad's 5'6", and my mom, she was 6 foot tall. Um, and I'm actually in the blood family on her side, not married in or anything. But on the blood family on her side, I'm actually the shortest um, of like all the cousins and uncles and stuff. So, so it is all stems from my grandfather. My grandfather was a walking wall of a man. I'm talking about 6'6", probably 350 solid. You know, but was one of the from my memories that I have of him, one of the most gentle men you would ever encounter. He passed when I was about 4 or 5, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't have many memories of him. I do remember him. He would snatch us grandkids up by the belt loops as we were trying to walk into the kitchen. Grandmama would call all the kids in to fix their plates, and we'd go up there and eat with them. And he just randomly reach over and just snatch a grandkid, one hand, pick them up in the lap, start tickling them. 5'5" and a half. I got a cousin who is 7'3", and he's a dentist. Couldn't play basketball to save his life. You know, loved baseball, but man, he has such a big strike zone. So I wish I'd have been 7'3". I mean, can you imagine going to the dentist though, and you're sitting there chilling? And last time I seen him was several years ago, and family reunion they came up, and like I said, he's 7'3", he's 440. Can you imagine sitting there needing a tooth pulled, and that's what walks into the room? You know, a giant of a man comes in to pull your tooth. I'm just like, I'm gonna go deal with the tooth pain. You know what I'm saying? He's 7'3". His older brother is 7'1", and their daddy is 6'10". Um, he they would the cousins would make fun of me at the family reunion for being short. I'm 6'4". My uncle told me, he said, "Hey," he said, "boy, come here." He said, "Don't let them two pick on you because you're only 6'4". He said, "The next time they make fun of you, you go there and get a chair and stand in it and say something back to their face." I was just like, "You sorry?" His hands are big, but they're not like thick. He's got like long, slender fingers. That's like some of the. I remember him saying some of the tools that he has to use to pull teeth. He's had to get custom made because to fit his hands and basically custom everything to fit him better. But guys, we are still off $222 to be able to keep the room. I'll again thank you for the person who sent 100. Um, that helps in such a huge way. So if anybody could help with absolutely anything, you know, oh, I know I would. I wouldn't if he walked in the room. I have a fear of dentists anyway. Okay, Foxy. Thank you for letting me know. Hope she gets to feeling better. I know the last. I know she hasn't been feeling good. So okay. Yeah, I don't like dentists. I had to get a tooth pulled one night. Well, not night, one day. Um, I was wrestling, and the guy gave me the super kick like Shawn Michael does. And man, when he kicked me, I thought he broke my jaw, but he knocked the tooth out, like in the back. And I was just, well, he didn't knock it completely out. He broke it and loosened it really bad. So I had to go get that tooth fixed. And yeah, this was the guy I went to. Came in. It's like, and we was still on the road for 3 more days before I got home. Got home, went to him. I was in pain. He comes in, and I just get shaken. Like I'm just, oh God bless. Um, and so he comes in. He was like, "Yeah, it's broken and pretty loose." He said, "It ain't gonna take much to get it out." And this is the first time I ever been having a tooth pulled. I'd been when I was younger to get teeth cleaned and stuff like that, but I never had one pulled. Um, he comes in and gives me a couple shots of Novocaine. I guess it was Novocaine. Gave me a couple shots to numb everything. And he goes, all right. He said it'd be about 15 minutes. I'll come back in and get that pulled out. And came back in about 5. Fall asleep. Fall in your hand. And went to pull it, and man, it had not numbed me out yet. And I'm sitting there just like clenched up. And he was like, I can't stop. I can't stop. And popped it on out. And I was just like, God bless. I felt every bit of what he was doing. You say it's a boy when you pull. That's funny. He pulled that tooth and packed it and everything. And I was just like, oh, Lord, I hope I never have to come back up here ever again. And I went to him because he was the cheapest. And at the time I was wrestling full time, so I didn't have uh, I didn't have insurance. So it was, you know, you went to the cheapest dentist, and he was like $60 to pull a tooth back then. So I don't know how much it would be now, but this was like 2002, 2003, sometime in that ballpark. And then, like I said, it happened, and I was on the road for 3 more days wrestling before I could get it, and it's loose, like it's broken in half and very loose. And it was tough. I survived it though. What was even worse to me than that experience was I got another one pulled several years after that, and I got a dry socket out of it. Yeah, that sucks, Shell Bell. It was so bad. There was nothing that relieved it. I even went to the ER over it, and it's just like, "What's a dry socket? You need to go back to your dentist." And I'm like, "Listen, it's Saturday night," and I was like, he's not going to be back in the office till Monday." And I said, "What can I do for this?" And it was just like, "Go home and take Tylenol." I was like, "Well, let me tell you, he gave me a very good pain pill at that time when he pulled my tooth, and that wasn't taking away the pain. I don't know what the hospital thought Tylenol was going to do for the pain." So, but I had to suffer through that till that Monday. And then, man, as soon as he opened up the doors, I was in there. I was like, "I got a dry socket. It's killing me." Well, it's $40 to pack it. Yeah, it sucked. I hope I never get another one in my life. Um, the dry socket was worse than the tooth pain I was having at that point. Like I when the tooth got pulled, I was hurting so bad with that tooth. When it got pulled, um, I was relieved. I was just like, "Oh my god, thank you." And I only had to take one pain pill for it, and it was after I was asleep. And then somehow or another that popped out and left that dry socket, and I was just like, "Oh my god." Hey, how's it going? We do talk about everything in these chats, don't we? So if there's anybody else out there that can help with anything going towards the room, guys, it'd be appreciated. $222 short to keep it for the week. Right now we have 118. Would have been 120 even, but the little fee there to transfer. Sure, go ahead. I wish people would just ask the questions instead of going, "Can I ask the question?" I've always hated that. I've always thought it was kind of stupid. Because asking, can you ask a question, is asking a question. And here's the joy of that. I don't have to answer that question. So, not necessarily the sense of an emergency, but a necessity. So, oh yeah, I just, I don't, I'm just, that's the one, that's always been, I got a buddy, he'll be like, hey man, can I ask you a question? You just did. And I'll walk off from him. Like you just asked a question. Detroit, it is another, unfortunately, another crappy week. Um, we are $222 away from keeping our room. And hey, Carrie, are you up? Are you feeling okay, Carrie? Sister told me that you're not feeling good. If you're not feeling good, by all means, uh, go get some rest. You do not have to stay in here and mod if you're not feeling good. Um, that is totally up to you. So you are the only mod in here, but if you're not feeling well, by all means, go get some rest. If you would just hang out long enough for me to run to the bathroom real quick, um, by all means, just go get some rest. I can watch it. So I'm gonna mute everybody. Run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, Carrie, if you need to duck out, by all means, go get some rest. Get to feeling better. Thank you for being in here like you have been today. All right, Steelers girl, I'll keep that in mind. Usually, I can mod it myself, but it gets a little back and forth with it. Sometimes I miss stuff because I'm modding, but most definitely, first and foremost, if my mods are not feeling well, I hope they take the time and get some rest themselves, and their health is number one. So they do amazing jobs when I'm on live and everything, and we'll just we'll just be paying attention myself here. Thank you guys for almost 11,000 likes. Thank you guys for the 299 roses. So, guys, if anybody can help us with anything going towards the room, it would be appreciated. And here's the big thing. If some of these people would come to me respectfully, and the minute I say something, not call me a liar, and then start their bullcrap, I would have a conversation with them about what's going on. I've tried it a couple of times actually with a couple other people. They come in, they start talking. Man, what's going on with this? Well, this is exactly what's going on. I don't believe it. Okay, that's your choice to believe it. You're just lying. You're just this. You're just that. As soon as I say something, so I'm not giving an answer to anybody coming in here just to troll it. So, especially, well, I mean, with a name like that, talk about your check fat. So, you know, so, and I've told several of them, man, I want to come in and talk to you. I want to box up and come in on their burner accounts and talk. Won't box up. I won't. Hey, hippie. But the fact of the matter is, they act like they're owed the answer. But as soon as I give the answer, I'm just a liar. You're lying. That didn't happen. Tell the truth. You know. So why should I tell them anything? Would any of you give someone an answer about something if you know as soon as it comes out of your mouth they're going to call you a liar about it? And then they're going to take that information over to their pages and they're going to post it how I'm lying about it, and they know for a fact that it's a lie, but they don't know anything. I don't think none of y'all would do that. I don't even think the trolls would do that. I don't even think the trolls would sit there No, that's it is not. I shouldn't have to sacrifice decency from anybody because I've asked for help. Thinking that I sacrifice the and I do, and I'm transparent with the help I get, and I've showed people who've helped us where the money's went. I have because I've had people say, "Look, I'll help you with $50, but I need to know it went exactly where you said it was going." And I proved it with the situation of they sent me the 50. I sent them a screenshot of my CA, and I went and paid. I did tell them that I was blocking out where the hotel was, but the money was the exact amount. And I sent them another screenshot of the CA afterwards. And it was fine. So, Bubbles, I got the proof. I'm not lying about it. I just feel like it doesn't matter. So, to some of these people, it doesn't matter what I do or what I say. It's just wrong. You know, Nutsy, I don't know how to be more transparent. I tell everybody everything. Stacy, show me where you work. Okay, I'm with you now. But I completely, if someone's helps and I always say thank you. I have no issue of showing where the money went. I have no issue showing what we've gotten. Nothing. I tell people what we've got. I've got $118 right now. We're 222 short. So it's I don't know how to be. I can't be any more transparent with it. Besides just putting everything I ever do in a video and put it out there. I mean, I've even done that before when we was down in Dyersburg. Dave, if you can send me a long message in my inbox, you can say it in front of everybody else. Don't at least be like the rest of them and say it where everybody else can see it instead of being a keyboard warrior in my DMs. multiple times. I still ain't blocked him. And again, it's like I just said. Maybe if the attitudes was different on their end, I'd be a little bit more, a little less combative about this. But you're not going to come over here and make fun of me and say these hateful things and then expect me to just do what you want. No, that's not how that works. So if anybody can help us with anything, all right, Grim Reaper, I can make that really easy for you, buddy. I can bounce you right out of here. %. But I hope if someone's buying a car, they think to check for a motor and test drive it beforehand. I mean, I get your point, but still, you know. That's fine, Nutsy. Some people on this app aren't honest, but when I've taken the money and I've spent it on exactly what I've said it was going towards. Okay, happy. Hope you're okay and safe now. Welcome back, Connie. If anybody can help us with anything at all, guys, that would be appreciated. 00 get you blocked. Thank you, everybody, for the double taps today. I appreciate you guys. If anybody can help with anything at all going toward the hotel room, guys, we're still 222 short. We've got 118 of it. Because the room's 340, not 320. I remember you happy. I'm glad you got away from that. Um, very glad you got away from it. Nobody should have to deal with that. Um, and I think everybody who makes the decision to get away from that is very brave and courageous. I understand that, Storm. Hey, Butterfly. If anybody can help with anything at all, guys, it'd be appreciated. I'm gonna tell y'all, I didn't know the word hippie was still used as much as it is until I started doing TikTok lives. Needing help paying our hotel room. We're still $222 short from paying our hotel room for the week. So if anybody can help with anything, guys, anything at all. Really, Butterfly? Because TikTok says you're a long-time watcher and a rising star in our lives. Yeah, sure says it. A long-time watcher and a rising star in your life. Said it right after you came in. I don't know if y'all get to see that or not. Autumn, I don't have a clue. Uh, I really don't. The hotel is the most important right now. Hey, Tusk, Can someone explain to me the reason why just putting like one letter in the when you get into the chat and just one letter constantly? Is that just a way to spam it out, or is it something different? Tusk, I'm trying to get help with the hotel room now. Hey, it's just me. How are you doing? Been better. Yeah, I think it's just a way to spam it out, but I wasn't 100% sure. I've been told so many different things. It's over there. They're trying to run my block list up to 10,000, so um, they can start coming back in here. It's just me. We are short on our hotel room, um, and I'm trying to get help with the room this week. So 25,000 likes. Thank you guys for that. And I get that, and I've done said, it's like hang on one second. Okay, so I muted for a minute. Wanted to talk something over with the wife. Um, this is where I struggle with this because I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all what's going on, and then they're just gonna call me a liar. Um, Angela's health has been taking front seat to everything. Um, she has been retaining fluid horribly around her lungs. They can't figure out what's going on with that. They've tried a couple of different meds. Um, Again, I have no insurance. This isn't the health department seeing her up here, so I'm coming out of pocket for tests, doctor's visits, and any meds they write her. I want to just kind of keep things quiet until we found out exactly what was going on with her. Because at this point, we don't know They're concerned about the fluid. They're concerned about um, her twitches she's developed in her sleep, and because you can't just go to the emergency room and have tests done. That's if it's an emergency, yeah. She's never had TennCare, so and she doesn't have Medicare, and I don't know why. But yeah, they will do tests if it's an emergency, but they're not going to keep digging in to test. They're going to go, okay, well, she's stable in this, she's stable in this. Follow up with your doctor. So, and as y'all can see, this is why I didn't want to even speak on it. It's jumping so fast. The insurance, and she's on a fluid pill actually.
I don't know why they think that I had.
Well, she's carrying it around her lungs right now and around her waist really bad. Well, big, is it Brian or Brain? I always get those two mixed up in my head. Um, when I took her to the emergency room and they did a few tests on her, and then they go, my head flips the letters around in that name between Brian and Brain. That was me trying to my brain flipping letters around trying to figure it out. Um, but that's where things have been. That's been taking the front seat. To everything. So this doctor's trying to figure out everything. They've done several tests on her already. Um, hold on. And see exactly what I said was going to happen. I hate to hear that, Boomer, but Brandy on some visit, she's been using a local taxi service. So nobody's saying the ER has made me pay for tests on the spot. Bubbles, sometimes it does. And Journey, when I took her to the ER, they told me to follow up with her doctor. So, any of y'all own an emergency room that I can admit her into? Y'all own a hospital that I can take her to? And you know, So, hey, Jesse, thank God. So, I get that, but when I take her and they go take her to her normal doctor, Temple, a lot's going on. We're short on our hotel room again. You know, it's whatever you guys say it is. It's whatever y'all say it is. Whatever y'all want to say it is, that's what it is. So y'all tell me what we just lived through and what's going on. So y'all just tell me, and that's the story. Y'all make it up for me. Go ahead. Tell me my life, guys. I'm sitting here upset because as soon as I say it, I got people telling me, well, that didn't happen. That wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened. You know, I'm sitting here telling y'all exactly what happened. Took her to the ER. Yeah, you did. Come on, what was the comment? Not being rude, but I don't see an emergency room telling you guys that because it's a serious thing. So basically, you're telling me they didn't tell me that.
So you mean to tell me that if they go to the ER and they've got issues going on, they're going to run every single test there is in that ER.
See,
And,
I don't know what
and they're not going to say, go see your regular doctor.
I don't know what people aren't understanding of. We don't know exactly what's going on with you. That's why tests are being done. You've had tests done on your heart. You've had tests done on your nervous system. You've had, you know, a couple other tests.
If that was the case, they would not have heart doctors, neurologists. They wouldn't have any of that. They wouldn't have any of them doctors because the ER's never take care of
We're wrong on it. We're wrong on it. We're wrong. We're wrong. It didn't happen. It's all wrong. I just sit there and answer that same question that you've asked 5 times, small town. I just answered it. So this is exactly why, though, I didn't want to mention what was going on. Because you get a couple who are just that are concerned. and you get a couple that wants to tell you how it happened.
Because, they're the ones laying in bed at night twitching. Or they're the ones that's just randomly falling asleep.
Boomer, yeah, because I've paid for the test. I've paid for doctor visits for her to go see a doctor because it couldn't wait till I had insurance. And I didn't want to sit here and wait for it was bad enough to carry her back to the ER and them go, well, this is what happened. We got worse, so now we're going to do this. And small town, listen, Google Dyersburg, Tennessee's hospital. Not all hospitals are good hospitals. They're, I ain't. I did leave that area, but I'm using that as an example of they have had people. They've sent people home in Dyersburg, and then they're back 2 hours later because they had a heart attack at their house, and they was having the symptoms while they was there. Well, this isn't an immediate emergency. We're not detecting that you're having any a heart attack or anything, and send them home, and they've come back with heart attacks. So we don't have Medicaid. When she went to sign up for Obamacare, it sent her to that MBetter, and MBetter was going to cost us monthly, which wasn't a bad rate. It was only $49. Wasn't a bad rate, but when you don't have it, you just don't have it. But whether you guys want to believe it or not, I'm actually very close to having insurance at work. So, but again, something y'all don't believe, so it's whatever y'all say my life is. It's decent at work, Tanya, but it's the deal to where, hey, it's even the copay with the insurance, I'll get billed. Um, so I won't be going up there and paying $175 copayment and still having to worry about everything else. Do I need to walk up there?
I was just about to say.
Guys, I'm ending the live for a few minutes. I've got to go take care of something real quick, and then I'll be back.
Terrifiers, and then I have SpongeBob, and then Mortal Kombat Scorpion, and then Avatar Last Airbender. I don't think we have Electra.
No Electro. Aang's in the queue.
Oh, when I say congrats, I'm saying congrats on your purchase. That's what I'm saying. It's a very cool one. Oh, wow. We do have other Mortal Kombat characters. But right now we just have Scorpion in the lineup. Hi, Hunter. How are you? Deadpool's in the lineup. Just hang out with us. Do we have Scorpion from Spider-Man? Congrats, Double. Here we have Art the Clown with Bike.